Hello, Virgo. Welcome to 2017. Happy New Year. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel. And this video is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for January for Virgo. So we open this year with the final week of the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. So up until January 8th or 9th, it's still a good time to review, reflect, revise, refine. That's a good Virgo word. Recalibrate anything that's related to goals or ambitions or what you'd like to accomplish, because it's in Capricorn and those are all Capricornian themes. So it's not necessarily the best time to go forward on anything or initiate anything, but really good time to finish up old projects, tie up loose ends, revisit, revise, review, all those things that have to do with going backwards and kind of finishing up old stuff and retweaking any plans or visions or goals that you had set forth before, and sort of just readjusting those. So let's see what's coming up for January for Virgo. And Virgo, it's funny with this Mercury retrograde at the opening of January, which, by the way, Mercury is your ruling planet, so it may affect those Virgos a little bit more. This is Four of Swords, which is the first card that's coming out of the gate for January for you. And Four of Swords is all about those themes. It's about, it's kind of almost like a Mercury retrograde kind of card. It's about reflecting and reviewing and pausing. You can see in this card that this soldier is taking a time out. He's resting to fight another day. And swords represent thought and mentality. So it's like hanging your thoughts up on the wall and just looking at them, just sort of musing over things, taking time to think your thoughts and dream your dreams, and just pause for a moment. So I'm getting this as a double message for my Virgo friends, is that not only the Mercury retrograde, but with Four of Swords coming right out the gate, I'm seeing really take that time to pause and reflect and relax and think about things maybe related to the past, maybe reflect upon the past and re-strategize. Like sometimes it's good to take two steps backwards to make a leap forward. That's kind of how this card is. It's like take time to recharge and re-energize and replenish yourself, and then you'll have all the more verve and vigor going forward and more action once you take time to recharge and replenish. So that's the first message I'm getting for Virgo for January. It also looks like, yeah, your enthusiasm may be a little bit dampened at the beginning of January. This is Page of Wands, which has to do with willingness, enthusiasm, vigor, courage, all of those action-related things, because it's Wands, which is fire energy, and Page is all about openness and willingness, enthusiasm, and optimism. In the reverse position, it's saying that there's something of a block or resistance to that openness, to that enthusiasm, to that active element. And I'm just seeing this as a reinforcer and reaffirmation of this card. It's saying now is not the time to act. Now is not the time to take action, because Page of Rods is all about action, fire, movement, going forward, being open. But with Page of Rods in the reverse position, it's saying, maybe wait on taking action, maybe push pause. And that's also reflected in this card, which means, press pause, reflect, relax. It's going inward is better at the beginning of January for you, Virgo, than stepping outward. So that's definitely a double message there. You'll get plenty of time after Mercury goes back direct to start taking action. And it looks like, I'm going to say this happens right after Mercury goes back direct, around the 8th or the 9th. That's when it's time to get back in the game. So this is a card, this has lots of Mars energy. And I believe that Mars is currently in Pisces. So, or is joining, is coming into Pisces. I think it's already there. But this is a card of getting in the game, competition. This has a lot of Mars energy to it. It's 5 of Wands. So it's five active elements, 5 different people. I call this card playing versus fighting. So you can enter into something. It's a real card of sport. It's a card of action. It can be a card of open warfare, or it can be just a card of playing, like if these are all children. So I'm just going to say, get in the game. Now's the time. This is competition. This can be healthy competition. This can be like, 5 people marching around a circle and getting fired up. So wait is what I'm getting until after January 8th or 9th to take action on something. And then after the 8th or 9th, when your ruling planet goes direct, get in the game. That's what this is to me. And then you have 6 of Swords, which means recovery and healing. So, and it could actually too, Virgo, be going on a trip. This card sometimes talks about travel. What the meaning of it is going from charged, turbulent waters to smoother seas and smoother horizons, calmer horizons. You can see that the water here is all, what's the word? When it's choppy. And then here it's more serene and it's more smooth. So this is a card of you rescuing yourself, or you rescuing someone else, or someone else rescuing you. Real card of recovery, of healing, of travel, of going from somewhere where it's turbulent to somewhere where it's more serene and smooth. So some of you Virgos may be going on a trip. Again, I would say wait till after January 8th or 9th if you can, because that's when the action is showing up. That's when activity is showing up. But either way, this is going to be a healing time for you, Virgo. This could be like going on retreat, or this could be getting yourself out of a bad situation into a better one, or it could just be taking a vacation. So, and it could be literal in terms of going somewhere, or it could just be figurative in terms of going somewhere else, figuratively participating in something that differently, getting yourself out of a bad situation or a challenging situation into somewhere where it's a little smoother, a little bit nicer, a little bit more easy to glide on the surface of the water instead of this choppy water. And then in the middle of the month, Virgo, it's funny, I'm seeing you going off on your own. This is interesting because this is definitely you. Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is an earth sign. So usually I interpret this as Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but I'm seeing it as you here. And the reason I'm saying that you're going off on your own is you have Hangman in reverse, you have Queen of Coins in reverse, and you have 3 of Cups in reverse. So normally when these cards are in the upright position, this means you showing up as yourself and surrounded by like-minded people, friends and family, celebration, parties, all of that. But when 3 of Cups is in reverse, it kind of means that you're disconnected from your social circle. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, Virgo. You may actually be reviewing, who are my friends? Who do I consider to be my social circle? Which of my friends do I want to keep? Which ones do I want to let go of? Or is there a way in which I just feel like taking a break from my friends? Is there a way that I see that you here as Queen of Coins, because you are very practical, you are very grounded, you are very down to earth. You are looking at this 3 of Cups, and both of you are in reverse. So it tells me that there's something amiss, or there's something that's not clean, clear, direct, open. There's something that in some way is muddied. It's muddied between you and your social circle. So it's you considering, like, are these people really my friends? Do I want to continue participating with this group? If there's any sort of 3 of Cups in reverse can sometimes show up as gossip, or as like nitpicking or henpecking, or like, office chatter, just meaningless nonsense. I call it the peanut gallery. when it's 3 of Cups in reverse. And I see you as kind of looking at that and maybe getting a little bit down about it or a little upset. Like if this was family squabbles over the holidays, you may be reviewing that and saying, oh, I want to go my own way. But you have some fears, Virgo, and concerns about doing things your own way, being your own person. This is actually the upright position for Hanged Man, and Hanged Man means acknowledging your own unique qualities. It means doing things your own way, marching to the beat of your own drum, not worrying about what other people think. But when it's in the reverse position, it's saying you might be a little too worried about what other people think, Virgo, and it's turning you upside down. You might be a little too worried about the chatter from your social circle or from your family or the office or your friends. I'm not sure who these people are. Normally there are friends and family, like just close social contacts. But in the reverse position, that could just be acquaintances or people who don't really know you, who might be talking and saying stuff, and it might be hurting you. And you might be too concerned. Like if you look at this as a 3-card thing, it's all in reverse. It might be that you're caught in the middle between being too concerned what other people think and listening to what these people have to say, Virgo. So I am going to suggest and offer that maybe you go on your own way. Maybe just try not to worry so much about what other people think. Try to acknowledge yourself as your own unique being and your own unique way of doing things, marching to the beat of your own drum. Virgo can often be very conventional and very practical and very much like doing, a lot of Virgos kind of can get caught up because you guys can tend to be perfectionists. You can get caught up in doing things the right way or what's expected of you. You have a strong sense of duty and obligation, and you're very reliable. But if it's taken to an extreme, it can go into a neurotic sense that you want to do everything that's going to please everybody else. And you forget that you have your own value and worth in doing things your own way. And even if it's different from the crowd, Hangman is outcast, but he's okay with it. He's like, I'm comfortable here. I get enlightenment. He's actually a little bit of a rebel. So don't be afraid to tap into that side of yourself, Virgo. If you want to rebel, or if you just want to do things your own way, it's not against anyone. It's just you acknowledging your own way of doing things, not worrying about what other people think. That's the main thing I'm going to say about that. Don't listen to this chatter, because guess what? This is who you become when you do that. This is 6 of Wands, and this is success, triumph, victory. This is the victory laurel that he's carrying. I mean, he's the guy who rides in on the white horse. He's the guy who gets the status, the acclaim, success, recognition. I'm thinking about, for some reason, Warren Buffett, and he talks about how, like, with investing, you want to get ahead of the game. Like small little boats that make their own decision can turn a lot faster than big boats, which are the trends. That big, as trends happen, it sort of like takes a longer time for a tanker to turn than a small little boat. So through doing things your own way and not doing things according to what everyone else thinks and wants and expects of you, you get acclaim, you get status, you get recognition. So it's like, by you acknowledging and giving value to your own way of doing things, people are going to be like, wow, this person thinks outside of the box. Wow, look at what they came up with, this unique, innovative solution. This is success, triumph, acclaim, reputation, status. So for sure, Virgo, I'm going to say, if you feel like you're being outcast and you feel like others are talking about you, or that you're cut off from your social circle, maybe it's just that you just want to take a break from your friends and go on retreat. That's kind of, taking time to heal and recover is accentuated here. And this could just be like going on a retreat, taking time out for yourself, rescuing yourself from something, taking time to heal and recover, maybe even study. And that it puts you in the place of good results. Both of these are 6 cards, by the way. 6 cards have to do with value. So this is the value of fire, which is the value of, you know, status, reputation, recognition, all of that. And this is the value of swords, which is air, which is thinking things over, having a good think on something, taking time to reflect and pause. That's why this is so featured and prominent here. This is the result of that. When you take time to think and pause and reflect, it has value for your mind. It's almost like meditation is value for the mind. So valuable stuff here, Virgo. I know you're going to like that. Then Knight of Swords in reverse. This is someone who you may not be seeing eye to eye with. I don't know if this is a partner or someone at work or landlord, spouse, family member. I don't know who this is, but usually Knight of Swords is an air sign. So that could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And Knight of Swords is very logical, very analytical, very, they're practical like you, but they're practical in a different way. You're very grounded. You're very down to earth. You're very practical in a sense of being grounded. Knight of Swords is also practical, but he has a tendency to rush into things, and he's more connected with his mind. So he's really into like logical arguments and only things that make sense, only things that follow rules and are according to the plan. So this might be someone honestly who's jealous of you, Virgo, because by you following your own path and getting all the success, it turns this person upside down. This may be actually the leader of the pack of all these people, like this person saying things to all this group. So if there's an air sign or someone who is super logical, critical, analytical, left brain, scientist type, don't worry about what they have to say. They're not serving you right now. They're not benefiting you. They're looking in a totally, even though you two are looking in the same direction, they're looking off. It's not the same parallel, you know, it's not. Don't worry about them. Don't give it any credence. They're not actually serving you right now. So if there's an air sign that's getting under your skin towards the end of January, Virgo, don't engage with them in battle. They're knights, so they like to battle, especially verbally. and that kind of like in the realm of ideas and beliefs and like they might actually be questioning you on your beliefs and your logic, and don't get into that with them. Stand your ground. That's what 7 of Wands says. 7 of Wands is this is success despite adversity, and it's standing up for yourself and defending what you believe. So this card can be looked at in 2 different ways. It can be that there's all these people against you, which may be the case with this 3 of Cups. It could be like all these people rallying around you and trying to get at you. Or it could be that you're leading, you know, you're at the top and you're leading them. So I'm going to say be true to yourself. Follow what you believe. Stand up for what you believe. Virgo, especially towards the end of January, this card means success despite adversity. And it also, I always point out in this card that you're in a beneficial, advantageous position. You're above, they're below. So like if you're fighting someone from the top of the stairs and they're at the bottom of the stairs, you're in the advantageous position. Keep that in mind, even if something feels like a struggle, especially towards the end of January, and especially if it's related to you standing up for yourself or being assertive, you end up being in the upper position, Virgo. So do that. And again, it's related to, this is the card literally that follows this card. So if you can recognize yourself as worthy of praise, worthy of recognition, worthy of status, stand your ground. It's going to help you with anybody who's challenging you on that. You know, this is a knight. This is just a normal person. So this guy's skilled in battle. But this guy's in the upright position. He's in the advantageous position. it's success despite adversity. Both of these cards are success. This is success just as it is. Triumph, recognition. I come in on the white horse and I save the day. This one's success despite adversity, which is this. So if someone's challenging you in terms of your beliefs, your thought process, your anything to do with thought, belief, ideas, knowledge, someone's challenging your expertise, this guy just seems like a real thorn in your side at the end of January. But you know what? Stand your ground. Stand up for what you believe in. Maintain your position. Be a leader, perhaps. Or if these people are challenging you, stand up for it. You have a lot of strength mid to late January, Virgo. Don't let anybody bully you. Because you could give in to this. I mean, this is here too. You have an option at the end of January. You can either stand up for what you believe in and be in the advantageous position and have success despite adversity, or you could end up, if you choose, to give in to Eight of Swords energy, which is victim mentality, powerlessness, being stripped of, your power. But it's only because of your beliefs. These swords represent negative thinking or believing in powerlessness, believing in victimhood, believing people who tell you that you're less than. It's kind of giving into these beliefs of, God, I'm so worried what other people think. If you give into those beliefs, this is what you get. So don't choose this. There's no one holding this person captive, Virgo. It's only her beliefs about herself that are keeping her there. There's no one else there. She could actually cut these binds on any of these swords, take her blindfold off and walk away. These swords, there's an open place for her to walk through. There's nobody blocking or keeping her there. It's only her beliefs about her being powerless or victimized that keep her stuck there. So choose at the end of January. You have a choice between, especially if you're battling with a knight of the mind, someone who maybe is a professor, maybe again at work, different ideas. They want their idea to go through. They're willing to fight for it. They're challenging. That's all Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords is like, let's battle, especially ideologically. Let's debate. Let me challenge you to a debate, he says. So forget about him. Don't stand up for what you believe. You have a choice, really. Success despite adversity, if you want to stand up for what you believe, or powerlessness, victimhood. Which one do you want, Virgo? Both of them are there. You choose. I'm going to recommend this one, but it's up to you. And then at the end of the month, this is Three of Wands in reverse. So this Three of Wands in the upright position means dreaming about what you want to create. Three of Wands is a very creative card. It's a card about picturing what you want to bring into your experience, picturing where you want to go, picturing building the life that you want, dreaming your dream, visualizing things, creating what it is that you want, waiting for that ship to come in. It's like when you've made all the plans and you're just waiting to build it. So it kind of tells me, it's kind of in line with this in some ways, of like looking ahead to a new land, having success, and then what's the next thing I want to build. The only thing with this, Virgo, is that it's in reverse, so it's saying that there's some challenges to you seeing a new vision or seeing what's possible. I'm actually seeing both of these three cards in reverse, which has to do with creativity and collaboration. So you might have some challenges in January to your creativity or collaborating with others or bringing something into fruition. I'm going to encourage you to write down right before you go to sleep, Virgo, what is it that I want to create? What do I want to bring into my life? What experience do I want to have? And writing that down might help you identify it and then also create it. So that's my reading for you, Virgo, for January 2017. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Virgo who you think might enjoy the message. And I hope everybody has a great New Year. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I just want to say thanks for watching. yours in the stars.